what's going on? Eric Cortina here, Texas Barndominiums. Today we're finishing concrete with plastic blades. So concrete finishing is an art. You have to, there's so much that goes into concrete finishing, like for example, temperature, moisture, timing on the concrete. You have to get the timing just right so you can finish the concrete properly, okay? As you guys know, we use float pans because I like a flat slab. After the float pans, we pull off the float pans and then we trowel the concrete with the typical steel finishing blades. The problem with that is you get burnish marks on your concrete. Now burnish marks is one of those things that they're to be expected. Everybody expects them and it's not a big deal. However, I don't like them in certain circumstances. For example, if we're doing a dark stained concrete floor, I don't care. You're not going to notice them. Sometimes we have to do tan or just a light tan or even any light color, and then all these burnish marks are there and I don't like them. The other time I don't like metal finishing blades is when we're doing colored concrete. Again, you have a nice smooth color, but then you have these burnish marks kind of randomly all over the slab that they look like a mistake. Again, they are to be expected, but they don't have to be, okay? So because of that, I went out and started doing some research, and I found that Wagman makes some poly blades. So this is your typical metal finishing blade, okay? These go on the power trowel machines, and you put it on, you wear this side down, and when you're done, you flip it over, you do the other side, and when you're done with that, you replace the blades. Again, these work great. This is kind of like the standard finishing blade that you would see everywhere. Again, the problem is the burnishing marks. Wagman makes poly blades, and look how thick they are. I mean, these things are about minimum 3/8 thick, and so you would think poly, they're not going to last. Well, from what I've read, they last about the same, and in some cases even more than a metal polishing blade. So today we're going to polish with these poly blades and see what kind of results we get. If everything goes as planned, these should give us a real nice tight finish on the concrete, but yet none of the burnishing marks. So we're going to try them today. I'm pretty excited. The ones that we have here are the ones with a backer, and these are you can use these on riders too. So these are probably the one that I would recommend, just so because they're more versatile. Now this is the finishing blade. They also make a combination blade, and let me show you what a combination blade is. This is a metal combination blade. As you can see, they're bigger than a finishing blade. This is the combo blade. This is the finishing blade. Okay. The combo blade, you only get to use one side of it. Okay. However, it's a thicker blade. The reason it's called the combination blade is because it allows you to float with it some, and then you can finish with it. But the problem with the combination blade, it's not the best blade for floating, and it's also not the best blade for finishing. However, if you must only have one blade, for example, if you only have one trowel machine, this is probably the way to go. Or if you don't want to get it as tight as you can with a finishing blade, then a combination blade is a good option. For stained concrete, I'm probably going to go as far as say that this is probably the best blade, because when you're going to do stained concrete, you don't want your finish to be as tight. So, but obviously you can just stop one or two passes short with a finishing blade and you'll get the same result. So anyway, we're going to try the poly blades today on this slab and see how it goes. One more thing that I was told about these poly blades, and I was not told this by the Wagman guys, I was told this by a different finisher. He told me that because you don't have that friction and the heat buildup with these poly blades, that they actually leave more moisture on the concrete surface. Obviously, anytime you can leave some moisture, it's a good thing. Concrete needs moisture to cure. So I'm excited to try them out. We should be able to get a nice tight finish with these, but yet none of the burnish marks, so I'm excited. So what we do is we run combination blades on the trowel machines that run the floating pans. The reason for that is you float with it using the pan, then you can pull the trowel machine off, still leave it on the slab, and then you can give it 1 or 2 more passes, and then you can move the machine off the slab, and then you put the other machine with the finishing blades on it. We have a lot of machines. I carry 4 machines on our trailer. We carry 2 48s, a 36, and then a 30-inch super trowel. And those machines, we can take just about any slab, residential slab with that. When we do commercial, that's when we move on to the riders. So anyway, the point is we use the right blade for the right application. Like I said, we pan everything first, then we use the combination blades, and then we put the finishing trowel on there that has the finishing blades. And like I said, now today we changed to the Wagman plastic blades, and we're gonna see how it does. Alright, so it's time. As you saw, we did the floating pan on everything. We did 2 passes, and then I did 2 passes with the combination blades. And now it's time. We're going to do the plastic blades. And this is my finishing trowel. It's a 48-inch Wagman with a 10 horsepower motor and a variable speed clutch. So it should work pretty well. Alright, so we just got done finishing that slab and you know, testing out those blades, and I'm pretty impressed. They work really good, as a matter of fact. They're different, you know, obviously, but at first it was a little strange because when you start finishing the slab, there's really almost no noise. You know how a metal blade makes that sound where it's scraping the concrete? The poly blade doesn't do any of that, so the machine runs a lot quieter. So the poly blade actually brings up a lot of cream compared to a metal blade, and I think it has to do with the properties of the you know, the poly versus the metal. The metal is not porous at all, so it's going to bring up the least amount of cream. I was pretty excited to see how much cream these poly blades were bringing up, because as you know, on a stained concrete slab, you want that cream. You want to be able to finish it off and slick it off, but yet have as much cream on surface as you can. The other thing that I was happy about is you can slick it off, but it's not as tight as a metal finishing blade. Just the way I finished it off, it got slick, but again, it was not as tight as a metal blade, which obviously that's what we're after when we're setting up a concrete slab for stained concrete, which, you know, it's actually I'm happy about that as well. So quick verdict: do I like them? Yes, I'm very impressed with the blades. Would I run them 100% of the time? No. You know, and only because of the cost, not because of the performance. The performance I was really excited about. The only thing obviously is cost. So I'm only going to run these blades on slabs that are going to get stained concrete, or if we're going to do colored concrete, that's when I'm going to run these blades. Longevity, I mean, you know, we used them. This is a 3,000 square foot slab, and we had, you know, I finished the entire thing with them, and there's somewhere, I think they're going to last a long time. And remember, these are finishing blades, so I'll get to flip them around once that edge is gone. So I'm very happy about them. I'm very tempted to order some combination blades just to see how they perform, but I'm thinking this is probably gonna be the way to go. I think this is gonna be a great winter finishing blade for my lighter machines, and then I'll use them on everything in the winter, just because they, like I said, they give you it's almost like it's a different finish, you know. And but I'm I keep rambling, but man, these things are awesome. I like them. So anyway, verdict: yes, I like the blades. So obviously I'm gonna keep testing them. I'm probably gonna order some combination blades just to see what they're like, but they're the way to go. So if you're gonna finish some concrete and you're gonna have they're gonna stain the concrete, I would definitely advise that you get some poly blades. Obviously I'm gonna keep using them. We're gonna keep talking about this, and then when we stain this slab, I'm gonna see how it stains compared to slabs that we have finished with metal blades. So, you know, it's an ongoing thing. I'm always testing different things, and I think the poly blades is a home run for us, especially for stained concrete or colored concrete. So anyway, enough of that. See you next week. We are Texas Barndominiums.